Really letting the inmates run the asylum here.
Get on video. Being live streamed to YouTube, but as always, we have to be nice to the VO.
Good morning, America.
Hi, America.
Good morning, Baltimore.
Hi, the biggest surprise of
No,
BB.
because I'm pissed off right now.
Oh.
I'm really pissed right now. Rachel can choke for that because that's literally my favorite restaurant in the entire fucking world.
Hi,
Hey,
welcome to
we're doing this
Chili's.
outside of Chili's.
Hi,
That's
Thought you were like just
crazy.
actually calling her out for something for a second. Like,
I'm calling her out for not inviting me to Chili's. That's what I'm doing.
Well, speaking of going out to Chili's, link's been posted in the VL, so we're gonna go ahead and get this party rolling.
Fuck does that have to do
Speaking
with
of
going
going
to
out to
Chili's?
That's my favorite thing. That is my favorite thing ever. Somebody said saying speaking of, and then it's completely irrelevant to the conversation.
Alrighty, so everybody, welcome to your final 10 tribal council. I just want to say first off, happy birthday to Morgan. How does it feel being at a tribal council on your birthday?
I mean, ever since the schedule dropped, I've been staring at this day. Like, should it happen? Should it not happen? Uh,
How does
39
it
is
feel being
crazy.
39?
39 is crazy. And you're done. But no, it feels like it's a little extra layer of anxiety for sure, but it's still good to be here.
Alrighty. Do you feel that's what tonight's vibe is, anxiety, or do you feel it's a little less worried than that for you?
Is that still a question to me? I wasn't paying attention. I'm so
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
asking you.
Can you repeat the question? Just one more
So
time.
you mentioned anxiety. Do you feel that's the full vibe going into tonight?
No,
No?
no. It's just like a general layer of anxiety because it's my birthday. But like it's not like a deep seated anxiety.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna go on to Nick. So Nick, you seem to be having a little challenge run on you. You won this immunity and you won the Omni challenge in the first ever Golden Gates round that we did. How are you feeling now being safe for these last couple rounds?
First off, I have no idea what you're talking about. Immunity run is crazy. This is my first immunity. I don't know what you're talking about. I definitely am not. And I'm not a comp beast. I hate to prove Crispy wrong, but I am in fact not a comp beast. Um, I'm just a cutesy little person, just wanting to have fun in this game. Um, it does feel great that I like made single digits though. That feels really, really nice. Um, like I don't know why I just got flicked off because eight of you are about to be able to say the same thing. Calm down. Um, but I just feel good.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna go on to Rachel. So you specifically just said, I mean, I'm going home on your birthday. And in the Golden Gate night, you were in the pit, but ended up saving yourself to where you were safe for this last round. And now you are back to being eligible to be voted out. Do you feel, you're saying you think you're going home? Do you still feel that way?
Yeah. I made it very clear that I was open to um conversations today, and I had a lot of conversations today. None of them were strategic. So that was lovely and really super great feeling. But it's better than the last 3 rounds where people literally left me on red for hours at a time. Um, and sorry, not hours, days, or in some cases rounds. Hi, Trevor. And so I I don't know, I don't necessarily feel like I'm in the best position, especially considering that um, everyone, the only unanimously agreed upon answer in touchy subjects was that I was going home next. And the only reason that I didn't is because I wanted to do so. I did receive a message about 5 minutes ago, basically saying, like, I haven't heard anything but you. So sorry. And the last time it happened, I was able to exchange my little vote parchment for a dice that worked in my favor. However, I'm a little bit out of options, so that's kind of where we're at this moment.
All right, so going on to Alec, he's next on my screen. So Rachel's saying she believes that she's the vote, and that's where it showed in the touchy subjects question. Do you feel that is what could be happening tonight, or do you feel there's a little more at play?
I feel like there's been like a mindset that's been going on throughout this game, just based on things that have happened, and like admittedly when that mindset starts and then it continues on for a couple rounds, it's really hard to like stop the ball from rolling. So I do think it's a possibility. I won't lie, but I'm not gonna know until the vote. I could get voted out. I don't know what is gonna happen at any point, and I think if anyone does, they're gonna silly. But at the same time, like there's been a precedent, and I'm not gonna say that it hasn't been there.
Okay, so Alec,
Sorry.
oh,
I was
go
just
ahead.
gonna mess with you.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think it's weird that there has been a precedent and that the precedent has been silence when like there's quite literally the people that have been voted out. Like all the shot in the darks were blown at the merge vote, and it's still been 3 rounds of silence. And so it's just like really, really, really weird and like culty, the way that things have been going. But it's okay because this is a jury game, so it'll all come back around, and it'll be a glorious time for everyone. I'm gonna mute myself the rest of the time. Sorry, I don't know, I forgot to mention that part.
Alrighty, so going on to Al. So we're getting mindsets, we're getting cults, we're getting a precedent. Do you feel that is how this game and the merge phase has been going, or are things working a little differently?
I think that at multiple times some olive branches were put out there, and immediately after that it was spilled that that olive branch had been put out there. And it's very difficult to want to extend an olive branch if all the precedent has been the second I do something, everybody's going to know I did it. And so going off of that, it's very difficult to like make different decisions. So it's just how things have gone.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna go on to Wesley next. So you guys are getting ready to enter single digits, and there have now been 3 people who have entered jury. So what do you feel is important to keep in mind as the numbers start to dwindle and more people start joining our little all stars Ponderosa?
Well, I think that it's important to realize one, they're kind of two goal. They're like kind of the two pillars of winning Survivor. One is getting to the end, and the other is winning in the end. Because you can, if you can be guaranteed to make it to the end, but still lose, but still have zero shot of winning because you lose to everybody. But but I think early on you focus more on the first objective because you can't really worry about endgame too much when there's so many options on the board. But in the late game, you want to focus on like what options get you to the end with the best shot of winning, and we're approaching more and more with that consideration more and more. Is it this round it'll start? Is it next round? I'm gonna be like the editor survivor and be coy.
Alrighty. So now going on to Cam. So it's been a couple rounds since any shot in the darks have been played at Tribal Council. How much of a factor do you feel those are playing?
I feel like everybody's thinking about it because of the fact that there's only one person that doesn't have one. So like it's like something that like in reality you do got to keep in mind. Like very well that one thing could change the game. Apparently it has before. So like it's always something important to like remember.
Okay. And now Esteban has joined us. So I'm going to steal a question that I've asked at a couple tribal councils that Trevor got stuck with each of those times. So, how much do you feel tonight's boot is going to impact the rest of how this game goes?
I believe every boot's already impacted our game. You know, in not somehow it's some of them are not directed. You know, have a direct impact, but it always impacted how the game will play. Where for like OG Tribe Division, people on seasons, you know, same seasons, people who really vibe well in the game, and also those who really have their own personal motives. And everyone has a personal motives to win. So everything actually, I believe, impacted everything in our game, even to my games too. So yeah, I hope that answered your question.
Any answer's good. And per usual, the two questions. If you think you're going home tonight, raise your hand. We got a hand raise. We got, again, all the hand wiggles. Wesley with the meh.
Mhm.
Alrighty. And if y'all were to compare this round to a movie or Hollywood blockbuster, what would it be and why?
The cold.
What did you just say? I didn't hear you. Will.
The cold.
The cult. Okay.
Y'all never seen what is it, Diary of a Wimpy Kid? And y'all know the cheese touch. I feel like that's me right now, and nobody wants to come anywhere near me, and that's where we're at. So me and the cheese touch are gonna see our ass out the door.
Any other movie? We got The Cold. We have Diary of a Wimpy Kid. All right, looks like nothing else. Well, we're gonna move on to Seb and get to the votes.
All right. Does anyone have anything they'd like to say before we continue? All right. Well, at this time, it is time to vote, confirm, submit, or change. Or if you're playing your shot in the dark, please let us know. Again, we are live in the VL. So yeah, I'll be back.
Shout out VL. I hope y'all don't hate me and that I didn't embarrass anyone. I really hope you didn't pick me for your draft because if you did, you were really, really, really stupid.
I mean, to be
love
fair,
you
I don't
all.
think 10 points is that bad. I don't think like fuck.
Shout out to Camptown Races, real ones, no.
To be fair, I think literally everyone here is a above average pick for the draft, technically. Because we
Shout
made the
out
top
Kevin
half.
Rudolph. Shout out my man Kevin Rudolph.
Still
I'm
don't know who
sure
that
you're one
is.
hit from 2009 in the literal lines of not charting.
Bye.
Shout out Lil Wayne for getting me to Kevin Rudolph.
Shout out Lil Wayne. Is
If it was
really,
Little Wayne,
really
that would be valid.
Also shout out my podcast and shout out to God, but also Jesus.
That
Trinity is I think that's the right term for like the polygamous heresy of Christianity, where the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are three different entities.
The Trinity. It's a whole.
But-
It's three
But there's
persons in one God.
there's a bunch of weird old school heresy. They're just totally different. And one
Esteban,
of them
what
is that
j-
the
what
Father, the
jacket
Son,
are
and the
you?
Holy Spirit are different.
Esteban, can I get like a 360 of your jacket?
also speaking of the Trinity, shout out to Staten. I miss you
Oh, it's
so
giving time.
much. Um,
Oh,
um,
Esteban, that jacket's so cunty. I can't.
Literally, like
so
you better
good.
work.
Yeah, it's so comfy.
so
It's
I
from
didn't-
I just it's on sale on Michael Kors when I got it. So
Real.
And speaking of Trinities, shout out to the time me and Grace first met when she hosted me in Trinity.
Rachel,
Don't
you were
remind
also
me
saying
of that
something.
fucking game.
And
Shout
I
out
did not mean to
Trinity.
cut you off.
Shout out
Wait,
Trinity.
Rachel was saying something and I like fully cut her off because Esteban's jacket distracted me.
I just said
Thank you,
shout out.
shout out to that one girl who dropped, so I got to meet Gracie for the first time. Because that was like that was originally the person we showed out names of Locke and casting, and then like when she dropped, he moved his Locke to me. Even though like fifth alt.
Hello, everyone. I have the votes, and I can confirm that there were 0 Shot in the Darks played. So with that, I'll get to the votes. First vote, Rachel. Second vote, Lyndon. Third vote, Rachel. Fourth vote, Lyndon. Fifth vote, Lyndon. Sixth vote, Lyndon. Seventh vote. And the next person voted out of Distortion Survivor All Stars, and our fourth juror, Lyndon. Lyndon is not here, unfortunately, but that does not stop Prod from doing our gabbing. So I will just send this to Lyndon when after this is done. But Lyndon, you are amazing. I love you so much. You were a strong underdog your original season, and you had the connections to make it far that season. And you are just hilarious and funny, and you are definitely someone we knew we had to have on this cast. So I'm super thankful that you said yes to your spot. And Billy's not here, so I'm here to let you know that without you, there's no All Stars. So Grace, you can take it.
Lyndon, that phrase really hits because Lyndon did come from season 1 and was on our foundation season, leading the beginning to leading to where we are now. And Lyndon had such a big impact on that season. And like what Seth said, we knew, girl, we needed you here, especially when you freaking destroyed Paperweight while having COVID. Like, that showed how much you were going to kill going into that season and throughout your distortion journey. I am so happy that you got to play on this season, and it was really nice getting to host you as well. And good thing it was you and not Keaton.
Lyndon, with you going, unfortunately, that puts an end. Our first season fully gone is the season 1 of Distortion. Unfortunately, oh my God, where are my matches? I'm so unprepared. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, guys. All right, everyone. The tribe has spoken. I would say to leave the Zoom, but Lyndon's not here. And with that, congratulations on making it to Final 9. We have a challenge in store for you today. Or not today. Definitely not today. Not today. Not today. Not today. Not today.
Don't do
Billy,
that.
not today. Billy will be coming to you guys with more information. I just have to check one thing real quick. Just making sure I know what I'm talking about. Yes, I apologize. But tomorrow is a break day. I know you guys are getting sick of them, but Prod needs mental health days too. So we will be taking tomorrow off. But in the meantime, Billy will be getting to you tomorrow with your challenge information. I'm looking at the calendar now. There are no more breaks.